So the last time I came here, I bought headphones and stuff. I bought a speaker and stuff. And they were making a creepy message. They were opening the door like I was thinking of the whole place. And the Chinese guy and the Caribbean security guard were saying, said, somebody's going to, he said somebody's going to go home. And by the time they come out, the game will be over. So I was like, what does that mean? Somebody's going to go home by the time they come out, the game will be over. And the Chinese guy kept quiet. So apparently, their law enforcement, this is the immigration office, the law enforcement had already told people that they were going to arrest me and lock me up in a mental ward, and and they pretend like it was about the Super Bowl. I'm like, that statement doesn't make sense. The Chinese guy was telling the Caribbean guy that he's going to go home, and by the time he comes out, the game will be over. So they turn my life to a game whereby they believe they can concoct all kinds of lies, kill me, and claim that I'm into some surrogacy game. They killed my mother in Bellevue Hospital. My mother's daughter's framed as crazy, killed her there. My mother said they were into a life insurance policy fraud and inheritance scam. Then the police took my home in 2010, wrongfully on Staten Island, and killed my friend in Ghana in 2014 when he was helping me with the coffee race to get my home back. Then I went to Trump's casino in 2011, and I won money, and they wouldn't pay me the money I won, and they called the police on me to chase me out. And I was flying to sue Trump, quickly saw the hotel, and he tried to run me over with his car in 2014 in front of his mansion on Fifth Avenue, and he boasted he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it. So this is why they arrested me after this guy made the creepy statement that somebody's going to go home, and by the time they come out, the game will be over. So they're telling them to be concocting false narratives that I'm betting my life away, that I may be. So they're trying to make it look like all of my potential lawsuit money, I'm using it to gamble and, engaging people to create children for me, and 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 these people will be the ones to inherit my money. So I don't know who does that. I'm gay, I was born a male, I'm not a woman. So I don't know what gay person will be telling people to create children for them because they hope to win lawsuit money in the future. So when they arrested me, they put an address for me in the arrest papers. They came to rape me in the bathroom. The police, the NYPD, I was using the bathroom on November 14, 2025. They said somebody said I stole a cell phone. So I didn't steal no cell phone. And they were digging their hands into my pants, touching my, rubbing my genitals. So they were looking for a cell phone. I said, this is rape. When you make unwanted contact with somebody's genitalia, it's rape. And then they arrested me, even though they couldn't find stuff on the show. I was very rude. So they said, I disrupted their investigation. I said, when you lie to invade my privacy in the bathroom, and they put my address as this. So I'm thinking, because this is a record of cities by arresting homeless under false pretenses and lock them up in a mental home. So and took me to appear in court. I was trying to get to court, and my child fell if I couldn't go to court. So I don't know if they were going to sentence me to a mental home, and they already preemptively put the address. And I said, this is not my address. They don't worry about it. I said, this is not my name. They interchanged my last name for my first name. This is my first name, but they made it look like it's my last name. And they say, so this NYPD and the FBI, because I'm trying to see your immigration officer, because they arrested me wrongfully. In 2000, my mother brought me here. Said kids are not allowed here. So they're telling people in the neighborhood to help lynch me as an immigrant. They were treating me really in this store, not that store. When I came there, they let me know and they were making jokes like somebody's going to go home, and by the time they come out, the game will be over. So I think they're telling people, they said in the past, they used to lynch blacks like this. A woman also joined in the 60s or 70s. They said there was a white lady and she saw a black American boy caught in a motel. The boy came all the way from Chicago to Mississippi. And the white lady lied on him that he was sexually hollering at her. So I guess there was a law against blacks and whites having sex. So the mob lynched the boy. And like 2 or 3 years ago, the woman confessed that immature, the black American boy, he said it wasn't sexually harassed, and she just made it up to get killed. And the prosecutor said they can't prosecute that woman because it's not old and they might know. You know, so they play games like that. In the white racists in the past would form a mob to kill a black person for nothing. So the police are forming a mob and telling people to insult me and fight me and kill me for nothing. So this is what is going on. So they're using, and this lot less like, I know some my comment, they're very disrespectful to me. They're near the immigration plaza. So I'm they're watching with all their cameras and they're just trying to kill me. You know, so they turn the immigration enforcement to a killer mob, as this Trump is saying. And I believe Trump was inciting violence, said he's going to invade Nigeria. And, you know, the Nigeria is a big disgrace. And I was telling people online, I believe it's using an innuendo to target me, you know, because he said he speaks in innuendos, because the last time he spoke directly to somebody to help him steal votes for the Georgia election. The person phone tapped him and sent the phone tap recording to the FBI and to the media, and they almost put him in prison except for the black American prosecutor Fannie Mae. They said she was having sex with a co-prosecutor and paying them with money from the government office. So Trump appealed the case, said that prosecutor is too corrupt and he doesn't think he's going to get a fair trial from such corrupt prosecutor. And while the case was under appeal, he ran for office and won again. And then they dismissed the criminal charges against him in the interest of the United States. They don't want that hanging over his head. You know, that's how we escaped jailbreak again. They said that case was as good as slam dunk. They were going to imprison him. You know, so now he doesn't talk on phone anymore. He just types stuff in the social media, through forum. I think that's what social media account is called, or social media platform is called. And he tries to mobilize his mob. They say he knows a lot of NYPD high ranks. And when he starts making comments like that, he wants to invade Nigeria soon. So I guess his nickname for him is Nigeria. They say he obviously refers to him as a nickname. There was a guy called Rubio. We should refer to him as Short Hands Rubio. You know, so he always possible nickname. So his cronies in the NYPD to set them and arrest me. And so he holds me a gambling debt for a time I was going to the hotel to gamble in 2011. And they didn't pay me and called the police to chase me away, and then sold off the hotel and declared bankruptcy in Taj Mahal Casino. So please donate to my cash app. My cash app is NYC Homeless. If I can get off the street, I always charge my phone near the immigration plaza. They could arrest me on false charges. I had a green card, but when they arrested me wrongfully in 2019, they stole the green card. I went and locked up in a mental hospital. You know, I had to call the Nigerian embassy, call lawyers to free myself. And my mother's just to kill my mother that would lock her up in a mental hospital. You know, they say so easy to abuse a foreigner that way. You know, and sometimes in the process of arrest, they will kill that person. Like Elijah McClain, the police was trying to lock him up wrongfully in the mental ward. In 2019, but it wasn't because he was just coming home from work. They said somebody called the police and said he looked crazy, was wearing much clothing. And he said it's because he has anemia, that's why he was wearing multiple clothing. It was a cold day in November 2019. And he said the police didn't believe that he wasn't crazy. Even though he was able to talk to them, he was just coming up from work, and they killed him. They were trying to arrest him, and they said they took him there. So they said, you know, arresting black people sometimes leads to killing. Excuse me, don't bump into my stuff. Says arresting black people always leads to killing. So I think this what is setting me up for. And I love these store workers were aware, and I told them, look, what are you guys talking about? I think you guys are talking about, they're talking about, you know, somebody's going to miss the game because by the time they go home and come out, the game will be over. So, you know, and the Chinese guy kept quiet. And I asked him, can you please specify about what game is being played? They're talking about the NFL. He kept quiet, couldn't say one. So apparently, you know, and what, as soon as I was leaving this guy came and said, ask for forgiveness or whatever. You know, so they're abusing. I guess they're just mocking my immigration case. When I came here, the immigration arrested me, said I didn't have the right visa. My mother brought me as a child. You know, and they believe they can just, you know, and this Trump is calling immigrants visa cheats and whatever. So they believe they can just kill me. And I finally got my green card in 2008, and they stole it from me when they arrested me in 2019. So they are referring to us immigrants as visa cheats and trying to kill us. So they now turn our immigration status to a biological weapon that entitles them to kill. So this is beyond immigration enforcement. They've turned our immigration status to a biological weapon. A black American helping me with my case, they went and beating at every corner. So they're killing people, even black Americans. And you know, my mother also, she had a heart attack while my immigration case was going on. And Adolescents are famous as crazy, but okay, most adults are just interested in money. They were born in America, born in Florida. So please donate to my Cash App NYC Homeless so I can get off the street, go to a hotel room, and just get a lawyer and just keep myself safe because so they're setting me up for arrest and killing, knowing my father is dead, my mother is dead, and the black American that's helping me, Ghana, has been killed also. So they don't know there's nobody that will stand up for me. So the law enforcement always target poor vulnerable people that are abused to death, and it's like a fun joke to them to kill a poor person. Stop bumping into my stuff. And I say sometimes people will claim they got dead bugs from touching and stuff. I'm noticing a lot of people as I'm trying to sue US agencies and the NYPD, a lot of people rubbing their body on my stuff. I'm like, how come y'all don't see me? How come you don't rub your body on nothing else about my stuff? So I don't know if they're trying to extort me in the future and claim they bump into my stuff and I had bed bugs and I infected their whole family. They're always bumping into my stuff. So please, I'm trying to escape all this madness. So please donate to my Cash App NYC Homeless. So I can get a hotel room. I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not looking for surrogacy. Just not conditional financial donation. And I do beg for money on the street. So sometimes, if anybody's giving me money on the street, I beg for $1 all the time. So if you're giving me money on the street, the same condition apply. No conditional charity donation. I'm not looking for anybody to create a child for me. I'm not looking for marriage. So all you scammers, stay away from me with the romance scam. Try to, that you try to like romance scam that you try to inflict on me, So please, I'm looking for non-conditional charity donation to my Cash App NYC Homeless, and I do beg for money on the street. I beg for $1 on the street each time. So anybody that wants to help me can also help me on the street. But the same conditions apply. Whether you donate to me on my Cash App NYC Homeless or in person, it's non-conditional charity donation only. I'm not looking for a marriage partner. I'm not looking for. I was born a man. I'm not a woman. I'm not looking for a husband or wife. I'm looking for children. I'm not looking to be part of any cult. So please leave me alone, all you scammers. Wow.